Hello! We are back and we're talking about Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. Almost forgot it because I always call this one the Search for Whales. So we have the Search for Spock, so I'm just like, well, this one's called the Search for Whales, clearly. But it's not that. It's not that at all. That is not the title. It's the Search for... This is The Voyage Home. God damn it. That's the first hurdle. Ah, silly me. Yeah, so this is the fourth movie, and it'll be the last one for a bit because we're going to go straight into the next generation, which I do have my Blu-rays here somewhere. There they are. This fucking massive ass box. This is season 1 to 4. I've got the box over there, but it's just like, holy shit, this is massive. We're not talking about this yet. We're talking about Star Trek. We're talking about the original series crew. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I've always loved this movie. I don't know. I don't know. It's got some really cute moments, but I'm always like, when I go back think about it, I'm just like, do I like someone? There's some stuff I'm just like, that's dumb. Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, that's fucking dumb. Just the random probe that, when you think about it a bit more, you're just like, that is dumb. We've got a random probe that shows up from nowhere that is searching for whales on Earth. Not the country. It's searching for whales, and it's basically destroying the Earth, and it's also like sets out kind of EMPs. It's a weird one. It's certainly a weird one. It's hard to pinpoint this one. But it's got some great like character moments. If you love, I mean, basically, if you're a big Kirk and Spock like stan, I mean, this movie is for you. Let's be honest. This is honestly this is the movie for you. Because most of the a good chunk of the movie is Kirk and Spock. So I'm not the biggest fan of their pairing, but mostly because I like the other characters. I think it's also because you get a bit of Scotty, but you don't get enough Scotty. Scotty is mostly on the ship. You do get my favorite moment of just hello computer, which is still honestly one of my favorite moments. Is just Scotty trying to talk to the computer and then going, oh right, I've got to do an analog. So yeah, we've got basically the crew from the previous movie are all on the Bird of Prey, which they call the... What do they call that ship? The Bounty. Because they love delicious chocolate bars. Which, fair enough. Full of coconut. And Uhura's also there now. She stayed behind for most of the previous movie. I feel like she was maybe... Nichelle Nichols was busy for most of the third movie and she kind of just shows up a little bit. But here she's with the crew, even though she wasn't with them at all. I know, it's just one of those things I'm like, oh, hello, you're here again. That's good. I mean, helpfully, because obviously, otherwise she won't be part of the plot for the entire movie. Because, everything's getting destroyed, and the only ship that can stop this is... Well, I was going to say the Enterprise, but Enterprise isn't in this movie until the very end. Get the HMS Bounty, and they've got to travel back in time. Gotta go back in time. For the... I'm trying to think if... The slingshot maneuver they do twice. Or conceivably twice. They did it once, by accident. Then Gene Roddenberry wrote in that time travel was just routine, even though... it's the only time that it's ever mentioned as being routine. Don't they go back in time? Obviously, yeah, they got the See on the Edge of Tomorrow. I always get that title confused. But that doesn't use the slingshot maneuver. It's technically the third time travel up. Well, fourth time I'm doing time travel. The third time I'm doing the slingshot maneuver, and this time I'm doing the bird of prey rather than the Enterprise, because the Enterprise got blown up in the last film. It got kaboomed. Oh no. So yeah, they go through that, and yeah, they end up on what's it, 1986. The year the movie came out. Yeah, the movie came out. Makes sense. I feel like a lot of times Star Trek goes back in time, they normally go back to the same. Then again, I was just thinking DS9, which goes back in time to the distant year of 2024. Looks at calendar. Oh wait, that's next year. Oh well, we get to see Cisco soon. Does this mean getting closer to World War III? But also the reunification of Ireland. Yay! That's happening next year. Because I'm pretty sure it's an offhand comment in it's in one of I think this maybe season 1 or season 2 episode. So in the late 80s they made a comment that Ireland's going to be reunified next year. Anyway, back to the crew. Yeah, everyone kind of splits up. You got Kirk and Spock trying to find whales. We got Sulu, Chekhov, and Uhura go to find nuclear materials. Though Sulu just mostly kind of. I remember he went. So I think it's something that was cut that he kind of went saw his ancestor. Sulu, but that kind of plot line's got cut, and basically all he does is show up and go, "Ooh, look at this fine helicopter you've got here. Oh, you pilot? Yes, I've piloted in a while." And then just, like, chats with him for a bit. And that's kind of their story. And then later on, yeah, Uhura and Chekhov use some energy from a nuclear reactor and end up getting caught. And Chekhov definitely leaves behind some stuff in the past. They really fuck with time in this movie. Because, like, Chekhov leaves behind is either a communicator or a phaser. I think a communicator. Scotty gives a guy the formula for, or how to create, clear aluminum. Is it clear aluminum? Or clear aluminium. And they steal a couple of whales. Just teleport a couple of whales up onto the ship. Yeah, mostly Kirk and Spock are going to see whales. They meet a marine biologist who's like, "Hey, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. You guys," basically, for most of the movie, she just goes, "You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy." And he goes, "Hey, you're not so crazy. Hey, you're actually from the future. Oh, that's crazy." She ends up going over them. Yeah, I think my main complaint of this movie is, yeah, Scotty's noting it a lot. I did like right near the end of the film where they're trying to rescue Chekhov and they're going into the hospital, and McCoy's just like noticing, yeah, all this ancient medicine, and just going, that's just crazy talk. Yeah, what's this madness? What is this barbaric? And he like gives it like a magic pill to grows back someone's kidney. And it's like, wait, what? That's happening in the future? Damn. But yeah, the crew teleport some whales onto the ship, using all they've done, because yeah, they basically used up a lot of power, so they need the energy from the nuclear reactor to power the ship. They need the aluminum foil to put the whales in, and a whole bunch of water, because you know you can't just teleport a bunch of whales up, because they'll be like, "Hey mate, dehydrated mate, need some water." Yeah. So they got the whales, and yeah, they get an extra passenger who is a character that will never be seen from ever again. He's thinking like, we've stolen this person from the past. Should we see them again in at least the next one of the next 3 movies that Kirk is also in? No. No. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I don't know. Crazy. I thought that we might. Yeah. And yeah, Kirk basically, because he stole the Enterprise and got destroyed, gets demoted to captain, but also because he saved the Earth, basically gets his own ship, and it's the NCC 1701A, the new Enterprise, which is basically the same as the refit Enterprise, just with an A stuck on it. Yeah. Bit disappointing though, the NCC 1701A. It is a rather disappointing ship in the fact it is exactly the same ship. I don't know if there's any actual differences. Just quickly reading on here. Okay, they gave it a new bridge. Because I think they used the old bridge as the battle bridge for the D. Yeah, they and they but they then also redress some of the D's stuff for these movies. They definitely know how to save money on these films at times, don't they? Yeah, we'll get to Star Trek 5. That'll be quite a while away because Star Trek 5 is at least, is it? I think it's maybe 1991. It's definitely a while away, and that's going to be interesting to talk about. But yeah, we get our crew back. We'll get the Enterprise. Yeah, just fun shenanigans. We get Sarek. Sarek, I think, was in a little bit of the previous movie. We get a bit more of Sarek and kind of a conclusion on him with Spock. Yeah, we kind of get that to come full circle. And they kind of make up because they had always kind of fallen about a bit. But yeah, overall, it's a great movie. I think I got someone else new to the music, which wasn't quite my bag. It wasn't as good as obviously, yeah, Wrath of Khan or Star Trek 3, which I love both of those. Yeah, no, this is I mean, it's an iconic movie. It's, you know, you get the punk on the bus, classic punk on a bus, who gets Vulcan nerve pinched. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about this movie. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's hard to talk about this movie because I feel like almost everyone knows about it. But yeah, they really do fuck with time a bit. They don't seem to care. Just like, fuck it. Man, who gives a shit? We're just gonna fuck with time. Craziness. What they like. But yeah, that's. I think that's it. We've finally got the new Enterprise, which is the exact same Enterprise. Yeah, I think that's all. Like I said, I like the movie. There's just the more I think about the movie, the kind of less I enjoy it in a way. Just because there's so many things, I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem right. Oh, that doesn't seem right. Well, that doesn't seem right. Well, that also doesn't seem right. Yeah, it's just me. I got problems. But yeah, it's overall a good movie. And next time we'll be talking about Encounter at Farpoint, the first episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. But for now, I say to you all, live long and prosper. And I'll see you next time for more Star Trek. Bye for now.